What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of I'm Playing. Today I'm playing Rent-A-Hero No.1 on the Sega Dreamcast. This is a Japanese import. The story behind the game is basically you're this teenage guy, I'm assuming he's teenage, that wins a superhero costume from some pizza delivery company. Kind of interesting, but basically the superhero costume gives him super abilities. So he's got super strength and can fight and all this other good stuff. But yeah, basically he gets orders from this company named Sega, which is obviously a play on Sega. But Sega gives him missions to do, and he gets paid to do those missions. So yeah, he's basically a Rent-A-Hero. So here's the first part of the game here. So what it's asking you to do here, obviously, as you can see in the top left corner of the screen, is asking you to enter your name. I believe you're supposed to put in the last name first and the first name second. So I'm just going to put something in here. Let's go with Bob. And if you go over to the very right option down at the bottom, that is accept. And then you go over to the left to select OK. And enter the little, actually, was it the last name first? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to put in another name. This guy will be Bob. Bob BB. Whatever. Okay. So go over here and accept that. So now it's going to go into the initial cutscene in the game. I'll kind of explain things as it goes along here. I don't exactly know what they're saying because I can't read Japanese, but I'll kind of explain what's going on from what I understand. So this is your house, and a bunch of dialogue, blah blah blah. So your dad here, who is the one in the middle, up near, or up in the living area over there. That's your dad. He's hosting a party, and obviously, as you can see here, he's testing the mic. Hey, welcome to my party. It's an awesome party. Thanks for coming. I'm really stoked. It's a great party. Yeah, totally. And everybody claps. Yeah, yay. And here is you, the blonde kid here. And your dad's talking to you. Okay. So the first part of the game, you just need to go around and talk to everyone except your dad. I will talk to him a little later here. So I'll just talk to this fat chicken guy here. So just go around talking to everyone here. Blah 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 blah. Okay. And talk to this lady here. Blah 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 blah. Heart. And talk to this guy. I figured out a lot of this from a walkthrough, which I will post in the video description, so you can check that out if you're interested in playing this game. You can follow that walkthrough, but obviously you still won't be able to understand anything anyone is saying, but you'll at least get the general idea. So that's your sister at the door, by the way. Alright, so talk to this lady here. And I believe the lady at the stove is your mother, if I'm not mistaken. It's either that or the other lady's your mother, but I'm not really sure. One of the two. So now we need to go over and talk to your father now, which is this guy. And he says he needs more food. And then you go and talk to your mother over in the kitchen. Yeah. Why don't you go order some food? I believe she's saying something like that. Or either that or the father says that. Then you're supposed to talk to the fat guy again. And then you go and talk to your father again, who will tell you, I believe he does tell you to order the food. Okay, maybe not. Okay. I think I talked to the wrong person over here. Apparently your mother must be this one. This lady here. I thought it was the other lady, but I guess not. So now I can go back. I believe you have to talk to the fat guy again. And talk to your father. And, okay, now he's going all complaining about there's no food, blah 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 blah. Go order some pizza, blah 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 blah. Okay, so now you need to go over to the foyer or whatever this is. Go to the phone, tap the A button, and dial the first number, which is 014, and that would be the pizza delivery service. Congratulations! You've won our prize! And blah blah blah, talking about all the goodies you've won. And it will cost you 300 yen for the pizza. So, you need to get the money from your father, who just went upstairs, so we'll go upstairs. And he is in the second room on the left here, scrounging through a box for a Godzilla costume. Yeah, Dad, it's gonna cost 300 yen for the pizza. You know. There you go, son. Okay, and he goes back to the box to put on his dinosaur costume, and voila! It is Dadzilla. How do you like my costume, son? Isn't it fantastic? Roar. How embarrassing. Okay. Alright, so now that you have the money, or the yen, you need to go back downstairs, and the pizza should be here. Ah, the doorbell rings. Talk to your sister here. Get out of the way. Getting the pizza. Alright. So he opens the door. And here's the old man with the pizza. Here's your pizza, sonny. Blah, 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 blah. And here's the pay. Great. And now he tells you about the fabulous hero costume that you've won. Congratulations, sonny! You've won a fantastic Rent-A-Hero costume. And here it is in this gigantic box, which I don't know how he fit it through the door, because obviously it will not fit through that door. And here we go. And an instruction card or something like that. Blah 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 blah. Congratulations on winning the hero costume. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So as you'll notice now, you now have an HP and BT bar down at the bottom. BT, I believe, is the power that's left in your superhero suit. It's actually powered by AA batteries, I believe, and you have to buy new batteries in order to put that BT meter back up. And you also have your HP, which is obviously your health. So now, let's see, what do we do now? Oh yes, you go over here to your dad, who is in full dinosaur costume over here. Talk to him. Roar, roar, yes. And press the X button to change into your new Rent-A-Hero costume. Amazing. Now talk to your dad again, and he'll challenge you to a fight. I challenge you to a fight, son. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, just throw a punch and I'll pretend to be knocked down. Yeah, okay. Roar, roar, yes. And you'll go into the first battle of the game. You versus Dadzilla. So this is gonna be the easiest fight in the game. All you have to do is throw one punch and bam, he's knocked out cold. Yeah. So as I said, the superhero costume does give him superpowers, so basically he almost kills his dad with this punch. Everyone's gathered around now. What did you do? What is wrong with you, man? You almost killed your dad. Ha 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 ha. She's laughing. Apparently she doesn't like him. And the kid thinks it's really funny. Blah 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 blah. What have you done to your father? I didn't do anything. It was this crazy suit. Okay, so that was the first battle of the game, and now we have the Rent-A-Hero intro here with very catchy music.
Rent-A-Hero.
Now after that totally awesome intro is over, you're back in your room upstairs here. So you need to go back downstairs to the door, and if you try and go outside, you'll be confronted by that old pizza delivery guy again, who turns out to be actually the guy that gives you the missions throughout the game. Blah 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 blah, and you select yes. I believe the bottom option there was no. Blah 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 blah, and a lot more dialogue. Yes, Sega. I work for Sega. Yes, I understand that part. Sega, 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 Sega. Okay. Alright, so after he leaves, you pull this Dreamcast out of the carpet, which is kind of weird. This is called your Creamcast, which is kind of a very weird name. But yeah, this is the device that you use to read your email in the game and accept missions and save and load and all that good stuff. So if you go down over here to the table, if you try and put it on the table, for some weird reason he puts it on the carpet. So go over to the table, tap A on the controller, and he'll sit down and use the Creamcast. Dreamcast, system version 1.0. Alright, so you have a few options here. This first option is your mail. This is save and load. And this is your mission. And this is exit. So if you go over to, I'll just quickly show you the mail here. I mean, obviously you can't read any of it unless you're fluent in Japanese, but it's basically just a tutorial. It's just telling you the controls for the game and all this other good stuff. You really don't need to bother with any of that, so just go over to your first mission and click on that. And this lady will come up and tell you, yeah, here's your first mission, blah blah blah. You'll get 1,000 yen for completing it, and it will ask you yes or no here. Go to the left option, which is yes, and it will load the mission. Sika thanks you for accepting this mission, blah blah blah. Okay. And you can exit out of there. And now go down and go outside. So go down the stairs here. And at this point you can change into your superhero costume if you like. Press the X button to do that. And go outside. So the first thing you need to do is go find the old man again. And he will be down the street from you, over to the left here. Just run down the street. If you hold down the L trigger, you can run. Let's go way over here, and here he is. So just talk to him, and he'll give you your first mission. Blah 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 blah. And he'll tell you you need to deliver 8 newspapers throughout the town. Yeah, well, you know, superheroes get to start somewhere, right? So you need to deliver these 8 newspapers. The first one you can deliver to this cop over here. So just talk to him and give him the newspaper. Blah blah blah. For some reason he gets all upset, but he takes the newspaper anyway. For some strange reason, most of the people that you give the newspaper to get all upset at first. I don't know why, but whatever. Alright, so you can go into these stores next and deliver the newspaper to the owner of the store. The first one is right here, right next to the door. Give him a newspaper, and he laughs at you for some unknown reason and takes the newspaper. And you can go back outside now. And go to the other store, which I believe is a convenience store right over here. So the game basically just consists of these missions. I haven't gotten past this first mission so far. Well, I have completed it, but I have not done the next mission yet. But the game basically consists of these missions that you get from this old guy here. And yeah, you get paid for every mission. You do need to rent your... I believe you are renting this costume, even though you want it, which is kind of weird. So you do have to pay Sika to rent the costume. I'm not sure where the headquarters is, but you have to go to the Sika headquarters and pay them every once in a while, or else you will lose your super abilities. So the next guy you have to deliver the newspaper to, you actually may recognize, and if you don't recognize this guy, you may recognize him from this song. That would be Segata Sanshiro. You may know him from the commercials for the Sega Saturn. If you have not seen the Segata Sanshiro commercials, look them up on YouTube. They are hilarious. Basically, this guy just goes around beating up people who don't buy a Sega Saturn. It's very cool that they put a cameo of him in this game. So you deliver the newspaper to him, and he'll actually teach you a new move. So basically, you just have to beat him in battle, and then he'll teach you the move. There we go. Flip him back. I really don't know many of the moves. This is about the same move that I do every time. Just kind of spam this move. Hey, it works. And I'll punch him out for the final time. Oh, rats. I meant to punch him, but pressed the wrong button. Oh well. Anyway, I defeated him, so now he's going to teach me a new move. Blah 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 blah. It's kind of a double front kick. Blah 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 blah. Okay. And more dialogue, more dialogue, more dialogue. So after you've learned your new move and delivered that paper, actually you can go over and deliver a couple papers to people that are walking around on the street. Here's one here. Just talk to them, give them a paper. Of course he's going to get upset for some weird reason again. At least they seem like they're upset anyway. Don't know why you'd get upset over getting a newspaper, but whatever. Alright, here's the other guy here. Deliver this paper. Alright, so once you have those two delivered, there's a couple more papers to deliver over here. So go back and past your house and up and to the right. And you'll get to this park here where you'll see this lady getting harassed by some punk. So go over and talk to the punk here. Blah 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 blah. Look at me, I'm smooth. Go away, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, come on, baby. What do you want, punk? Please save me. Yes. And just click yes there, and don't worry, ma'am, I'll save you. Oh, thank you. Okay, so after some dialogue here, he'll whip out his knife, and it is battle time. This guy's pretty easy. He's actually a lot easier than Sega Sanshiro. We just flip him over a few times, punch him. That flip move works pretty much every time. I'm sure it doesn't work, or is not quite as effective later on in the game. But for now, just keep flipping them over your back and you'll win pretty much every battle. And that takes care of that guy. Please, no more! I've had enough! You win! Ah! Okay. Oh, thank you! You're my hero! Sorry for the terrible voice acting. Okay, so she asks you, what is your name? Or your superhero name? So you can put in anything you want here. And then just go all the way down to the bottom right and go over to the left and click OK. Oh, thank you, Bob! You're awesome! Here's a bunch of money. Do you want to accept the money? I actually clicked yes last time, so let's see what happens when I click no. Don't worry about it, ma'am. All in a day's work. Oh, thank you! Okay, that's weird. Apparently she tried to kiss him and I jumped out of the way. Okay. So, bunch of dialogue, blah blah blah, she runs away. Okay, so I believe there's one more newspaper to deliver, and that's to this old guy here. Okay, so I believe that is the last newspaper to deliver, so just run back to the old guy on the corner and he'll give you your money for this mission. Good job, young man. Here's your pay. Bob got $1,000. Or yen, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Good job. Okay, so, you know, that's the beginning of the game. That's the first mission. I figured I'd, you know, walk you through that in case you're interested in playing the game. At least you'll be able to get past the first part. Like I said, I'll put the walkthrough that I'm using in the video description, so if you want to get this game and play through it, you can. It seems like a pretty good game. Obviously, it'd be a lot better if I can actually read the Japanese. Apparently, there's a lot of humor and jokes in this game that obviously you're not going to get if you can't read Japanese. But it seems like a pretty cool game. It's kind of a mixture of a fighting game, RPG. It seems pretty cool, and I would definitely recommend it if you don't mind using a walkthrough to play through the game. Obviously, if you can read Japanese, it's probably even better. But yeah, this has been Rent-A-Hero #1 on the Sega Dreamcast. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.